Welcome, and thank you for joining us for this session on progressive muscle relaxation, or PMR, which is specifically tailored for individuals managing ADHD. Before we dive in, let me share a bit about Easy Does It Counseling. We are an online counseling service that is deeply committed to providing specialized care for LGBTQIA+ individuals, neurodiverse communities, and those navigating suicidality. Our team of BIPOC therapists brings a wealth of experience and a unique perspective to our work. What sets us apart is our belief in collaborative care. We don't just treat symptoms, we partner with you to create a path forward that honors your self-determination and individual experiences. Whether you're seeking support for ADHD management, gender-affirming care, or any aspect of your mental health journey, we're here to walk alongside you. Now, let's turn our attention to today's topic, progressive muscle relaxation. Today, we'll explore how this technique can be a game changer for those managing ADHD. We'll cover what PMR is, why it's particularly beneficial for ADHD, and most importantly, how you can start using it in your daily life. This session is designed to be interactive, even though it's pre-recorded. I encourage you to pause, rewind, or take breaks as needed. This is your learning experience, and it's important that you engage with the material at a pace that feels right for you. Now let's begin. Let's start with an overview of what we'll cover in today's session. This roadmap will guide our exploration of progressive muscle relaxation and its applications for ADHD management. First, we'll talk about what progressive muscle relaxation actually is. We'll explore its origins and basic principles to give you a solid foundation. Next, we'll discuss why PMR is particularly beneficial for individuals with ADHD. You'll learn how this technique can address specific ADHD-related challenges. Then, we'll walk through a step-by-step guide to performing PMR. This will be the heart of our session where you'll learn the practical skills to implement this technique. After that, we'll cover some practice tips specifically tailored for those with ADHD. These suggestions will help you incorporate PMR into your daily routine effectively. Finally, we'll address potential challenges you might face when practicing PMR and offer solutions to overcome these obstacles. Throughout this presentation, I encourage you to think about how these concepts might apply to your own life. Consider your current challenges with ADHD and how PMR might help address them. Feel free to jot down any questions or thoughts that come up. We'll have time for reflection at the end of each section. Now remember, the goal of this session is not to just provide information, but to equip you with a practical tool that you can use in your daily life to manage ADHD symptoms better. What exactly is progressive muscle relaxation? Progressive muscle relaxation, or PMR, is a method for reducing tension and inducing a state of calm. Developed by American physician Edmund Jacobson in the 1920s, PMR is based on the premise that physical relaxation can lead to mental calmness. This technique has stood the test of time, becoming a cornerstone in stress management practices across various fields including psychology, sports, and general wellness. Jacobson's work was groundbreaking for its time, as it established a clear link between physical tension and mental stress. He observed that anxiety and stress often manifested as muscle tension, and by learning to relax these muscles, one could reduce overall stress levels. This insight laid the foundation for many modern stress reduction techniques. PMR's power lies in its simplicity and accessibility. Unlike some relaxation methods that require special equipment or environments, PMR can be practiced almost anywhere at any time. This makes it incredibly versatile for stress management in our fast-paced modern world. Moreover, PMR's effectiveness has been validated by numerous scientific studies over the years. Research has shown that regular practice of PMR can lead to significant reductions in anxiety, improve sleep quality, and even help in managing chronic pain conditions. Its wide-ranging benefits have led to its incorporation in various therapeutic approaches, from cognitive behavioral therapy to sports psychology. At its core, PMR involves a methodical process of tensing and then relaxing different muscle groups throughout your body. You typically start from one end of your body, often the feet, and work your way to the other end, focusing on one muscle group at a time. For each area, you tense the muscles for about 5 to 7 seconds, then suddenly release the tension, allowing the muscles to relax for 10 to 20 seconds. This systematic approach helps you become acutely aware of the difference between tension and relaxation in your body. The process of PMR typically follows a specific order, which can vary slightly depending on the practitioner, but often looks something like this. 1 is feet and toes, then calves, thighs, hips, abdomen, chest, back, arms and hands, neck and shoulders, and then face. By following this systematic approach, you ensure that no major muscle group is overlooked. This is important because we often carry tension in areas we're not consciously aware of. The act of deliberately tensing each muscle group before relaxing it serves several purposes. 1, it helps you identify where you're holding tension. Many people are surprised to discover how much tension they carry in certain areas, like the jaws or shoulders. 2, the contrast between the tense state and the relaxed state makes it easier to achieve a deeper level of relaxation. This is based on the physiological principle of reciprocal inhibition. And 3, the focus required to tense and relax each muscle group helps quiet the mind, providing a form of moving meditation. Next, PMR fosters both physical and mental relaxation through its unique approach. As you release physical tension in your muscles, you'll often find that mental tension eases as well, showcasing the powerful mind-body connection. Physically, PMR can lead to reduced muscle tension, lowered heart rate, and improved sleep quality. Mentally, it can result in decreased anxiety, improved focus, and enhanced emotional regulation. This dual effect makes PMR a comprehensive relaxation technique. The physical benefits of PMR are often immediately noticeable. As you systematically relax your muscles, you may experience 1, a sense of warmth or heaviness in your limbs, 2, slower, deep breathing, 3, reduced heart rate, 4, decreased blood pressure, and 5, alleviation of muscle aches and pains. These physical changes trigger a cascade of effects in the body, including the release of endorphins, which are natural pain relievers and mood elevators, and a decrease in stress hormones like cortisol. The mental benefits of PMR, while sometimes more subtle, are equally profound. Regular practice can lead to an increased awareness of your body's stress signals, improved ability to focus and concentrate, enhanced emotional regulation, better sleep quality, and reduced symptoms of anxiety and depression. The beauty of PMR lies in its ability to create a positive feedback loop between the body and mind. As the body relaxes, the mind follows suit, and vice versa. This effect makes PMR a powerful tool for overall well-being. PMR is also particularly effective in helping individuals manage stress, anxiety, and restlessness. For those with ADHD, who often experience heightened levels of these symptoms, PMR can be especially beneficial. It provides a structured way to achieve a state of relaxation, which can be challenging for those who struggle with hyperactivity or racing thoughts. By practicing PMR regularly, you can develop greater awareness of your body's stress signals and address tension more quickly and effectively in your daily life. For individuals with ADHD, PMR offers several specific benefits. One is improved focus. The act of concentrating on each muscle group can help train attention, a skill that often challenges those with ADHD. Two is reduced hyperactivity. The physical act of tensing and relaxing muscles can help channel excess energy in a constructive way. Three, better sleep. Many individuals with ADHD struggle with sleep issues. PMR can help calm both body and mind, promoting better sleep quality. Four, emotional regulation. By providing a tool to achieve a calm state, PMR can help individuals with ADHD better manage emotional ups and downs. And five, stress reduction. ADHD often comes with increased stress levels. PMR offers a practical way to lower stress in the moment and over time. It's worth noting that while PMR can be immensely helpful, it's not a cure-all. For individuals with ADHD or other conditions characterized by high stress or anxiety, PMR is often most effective when used as part of a comprehensive treatment plan that may include other therapies and, in some cases, medication. Remember, while PMR is a simple technique in principle, it does require practice to master. The more you use PMR, the more effective it becomes. And over time, you may find that you can achieve a state of relaxation more quickly and easily. Many people find that with regular practice, they can induce a relaxation response just by focusing on their breath and recalling the sensation of relaxed muscles. In our next slide, we'll talk more about why PMR can be extremely helpful for managing ADHD symptoms specifically. We'll explore how the structured nature of PMR aligns well with the needs of individuals with ADHD and how the skills developed through PMR practice can be applied to various aspects of daily life to improve overall functioning and well-being. Now that we understand what PMR is, let's explore why it's particularly beneficial for adults with ADHD. PMR offers several key benefits that directly address common ADHD symptoms and challenges. First and foremost, PMR reduces physical tension. Many people with ADHD experience a lot of physical restlessness and tension, often without even realizing it. This tension can accumulate during stressful situations, exacerbating feelings of anxiety and unease. PMR helps to release this physical tension, providing a sense of physical relief that can be incredibly soothing for those with ADHD. Secondly, PMR enhances focus. This might seem counterintuitive at first, because how can relaxing improve focus? Well, the practice of PMR requires you to concentrate on different muscle groups, encouraging a state of mindfulness. This focused attention can help train your brain to concentrate better, a skill that can transfer to other areas of your life. For those with ADHD who struggle with attention, this can be a valuable benefit. Third, PMR promotes emotional regulation. ADHD often comes with challenges in managing emotions, leading to mood swings or impulsive reactions. By practicing PMR, you become more aware of the physical sensations associated with different emotional states. This increased body awareness can help you recognize and manage your emotions more effectively. For example, you might notice that you tend to tense your shoulders when you're feeling anxious, and knowing this can help you catch and address anxiety earlier. Lastly, PMR induces a state of calmness. This is particularly beneficial for managing the hyperactivity aspect of ADHD. The systematic relaxation of your muscles sends signals to your brain that it's time to calm down. This can help mitigate feelings of restlessness and the need for constant movement that many with ADHD experience. It's important to note that these benefits are interconnected. For example, by reducing physical tension and inducing calmness, PMR indirectly supports better focus and emotional regulation. It's a holistic approach that can positively impact multiple aspects of ADHD management. Now, I want you to take a moment to reflect on your own experiences with ADHD. Can you identify situations where being able to relax your body might have helped you manage your symptoms better? How do you think regular practice of PMR might impact your daily life? Feel free to pause the video here if you want to take some time to think about this. Remember, while PMR can be a powerful tool for managing ADHD symptoms, it's not a replacement for other treatments. Rather, it's a complementary technique that can enhance your overall ADHD management strategy. When used consistently alongside other treatments and techniques, PMR can significantly improve your ability to navigate the challenges of ADHD. In our next section, we'll dive into the specific steps of the PMR technique. If you're feeling unsure about any aspect, remember that we'll be exploring these concepts further with practical examples as we continue. Now that we understand what PMR is and why it's beneficial for ADHD, let's dive into the actual technique. PMR involves several steps, and we'll go through each one in detail. After we discuss the steps, we'll practice the technique together. Step 1. Find a comfortable position. You can either sit down or lie down for this exercise. The key is to ensure that your body is fully supported and you're in a relaxed posture. If you're sitting, choose a comfortable chair where you can lean back. If you're lying down, you might want to use a yoga mat or lie on your bed. The goal is to be in a position where you can fully relax without having to hold yourself up. Step 2. Begin with deep breathing before you start the muscle relaxation. It's important to center yourself with some deep breathing. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, allowing your belly to expand, and exhale slowly through your mouth. This initial breathing helps to begin the relaxation process and focuses your mind on the present moment. Step 3 is tense and relax muscle groups. This is the core of the PMR technique. You'll work through different muscle groups in your body, tensing each group for about 5 seconds and then relaxing. Here is the sequence that will follow. Feet, you will curl your toes tightly for 5 seconds, then relax. Your calves, tense your calves by pointing your toes upward for 5 seconds, then relax. Thighs, squeeze your thigh muscles tightly for 5 seconds, then relax. Abdomen, tighten your stomach muscles for 5 seconds, then relax. Arms, clench your fist and your arms for 5 seconds, then relax. Shoulders, lift your shoulders towards your ears for 5 seconds, then relax. And then lastly, your face. Scrunch your facial muscles tightly for 5 seconds, and then relax. As you do this, pay attention to how the muscles feel when they're tense compared to when they're relaxed. Step 4 is a full body relaxation. After you've tensed and relaxed each muscle group individually, take a moment to notice how your entire body feels. Often you'll find that your body feels heavier and more relaxed than when you started. And step 5, repeat the process. You can repeat this cycle as needed, focusing on areas that feel particularly tense. Some people find it helpful to go through this entire sequence 2 to 3 times. And now, let's put this into practice. I'm going to guide you through a brief PMR session. And remember, if you're watching this video, you can pause at any time if you need more time to relax each muscle group. All right, so first, curl your toes tightly for 5 seconds. Then relax. Now, tense your calves by pointing your toes upward for 5 seconds. Now, squeeze your thigh muscles tightly for 5 seconds. Relax. Now, tighten your stomach muscles for 5 seconds. Relax. Clench your fist and tense your arms for 5 seconds. And then relax. Now, lift your shoulders towards your ears for 5 seconds. And relax. Now, scrunch your facial muscles tightly for 5 seconds. And relax. Often, people report feeling more relaxed, centered, and calm afterwards. If you didn't notice a big difference, don't worry. Like any skill, PMR becomes more effective with practice. In our next slide, we'll discuss some practical tips for incorporating PMR into your daily routine, especially considering the unique challenges of ADHD. Remember, this technique takes practice, so don't worry if it feels challenging at first. Now that we've learned and practiced the PMR technique, let's discuss some practical tips for incorporating it into your daily life. These tips are especially tailored for individuals with ADHD, taking into account the unique challenges you might face when trying to establish a new habit. First, we'll start off with short sessions. For those with ADHD, sitting still for long periods can be challenging. Start with shorter PMR sessions, perhaps just 5 to 10 minutes, and gradually extend the time as you become more comfortable with the practice. Remember, a short session done consistently is more beneficial than longer, infrequent sessions. You might even start with focusing on just 1 or 2 muscle groups at a time. Expanding on this, the concept of micro practices can be particularly effective for individuals with ADHD. These are very brief sessions, perhaps just 1 to 2 minutes, that can be done multiple times throughout the day. Consider using the Pomodoro technique in conjunction with PMR. You set a timer for 25 minutes of work, followed by a 5-minute PMR break. Next, experiment with different times of day to find when PMR is most effective for you. Some might find it helpful in the morning to start the day focused, while others might prefer it in the evening to wind down. Remember that progress, not perfection, is the goal. Even if you only manage to focus on one muscle group, that's still beneficial. Second is use visuals or scripts. Many people with ADHD are visual learners or benefit from external structure. Consider using guided PMR scripts or apps to help you stay focused and maintain the structure of the practice. You might record yourself reading the instructions or use a PMR video guide. Some people find it helpful to have a visual chart of the muscle groups to follow along with during their practice. To expand on this, you can create a PMR board with pictures or drawings representing each muscle group. You can move a marker along the board as you progress through your practice. You can also explore different PMR apps that offer visual guides or progress trackers. Consider using a stress ball or other tactile object to squeeze during the tension phase of PMR. This can provide additional sensory input that may help maintain focus. And you can also experiment with different sensory aids. Some people find it useful to practice PMR while holding a weighted blanket, for example. Third is schedule regular practice. Consistency is key when developing any new habit, but it can be especially challenging for those with ADHD. Try to incorporate PMR into your daily routine by linking it to an existing habit. For example, you might practice PMR right after brushing your teeth in the evening or during your lunch break. Set reminders on your phone or put sticky notes in places you'll see them, which would help you remember. To expand on this, use the concept of habit stacking. Attach your PMR practice to an existing strong habit. For example, after pouring your morning coffee, you can do 2 minutes of PMR afterwards. And you can also use technology to your advantage. There are many habit tracking apps available that can send reminders and help you visualize your progress over time. And lastly, combine with breathing techniques. Integrating PMR with deep breathing exercises can create a more comprehensive relaxation experience. This combination can be particularly helpful for managing the racing thoughts that accompany ADHD. You might start and end your PMR session with a few minutes of focused deep breathing. Remember, the goal is to make PMR a sustainable part of your routine. It's okay to adapt these tips to fit your specific needs and preferences. Some days will be easier than others, and that is perfectly normal. The key is to be patient with yourself and celebrate small victories along the way. Now, I'd like you to take a moment to think about how you might incorporate these tips into your own PMR practice. Which ones resonate with you the most? How could you adapt them to fit your lifestyle and preferences? Once again, please feel free to pause the video here if you want to write some thoughts down or reflect on this. In our next slide, we'll address some common challenges you might face when practicing PMR, along with strategies to overcome them. As we've discussed throughout this session, PMR can be an incredibly beneficial tool for managing ADHD symptoms. However, it is important to acknowledge that you might face some challenges when trying to incorporate this practice into your life. Now, let's discuss some common challenges and explore strategies to overcome them. One is difficulty relaxing. One common challenge, especially for those with ADHD, is difficulty relaxing. You might find that when you try to relax, your mind becomes more active or you become more aware of physical discomfort. Solution: if you find it hard to relax, try focusing on your breath or use visualization techniques. Imagine a peaceful scene like a beach or a forest as you go through the PMR process. You can also try counting or repeating a calming phrase in your mind as you tense and relax each muscle group. Remember, relaxation is a skill that improves with practice. Second is restlessness. ADHD often comes with a sense of restlessness or a need for constant movement, which can make it challenging to sit still for PMR. Solution: if you're feeling restless, try engaging in PMR while listening to calming music or nature sounds. This can provide a focal point for your attention and help you stay present. You might also try a moving PMR where you do gentle stretches or walks between muscle group relaxations. Remember, it's okay to adapt the technique to suit your needs. And lastly, time constraints. Finding time for a new practice can be challenging, especially if you're already struggling with time management due to ADHD. Solution: remember that even a brief PMR session can be effective. You don't need to set aside large chunks of time. Instead, try to incorporate short PMR sessions into your existing routine. For example, you could do a quick tension release cycle for your shoulders and neck while waiting for your coffee to brew, or practice full body PMR for a few minutes before bed. Aim for quality over quantity. A focused 5-minute session can be more beneficial than a distractive 20-minute one. It's important to remember that these challenges are normal and expected, especially when you're first learning to use PMR. Be patient with yourself and celebrate small successes. Each time you practice, even if it's just for a moment, you're building a valuable skill. Now, I'd like you to reflect on your own experiences. Have you encountered any of these challenges in your attempts to relax or practice mindfulness techniques? Can you think of any other obstacles that might come up for you? How might you apply the solutions we've discussed to your specific situation? Feel free to pause the video here if you want to take some time to think about this or to write your thoughts down. Remember, overcoming these obstacles is part of the learning process, and each attempt at PMR, even if it doesn't feel successful, is helpful to you to help you build this valuable skill. As we come to the end of our session, let's take a moment to summarize the key points we've covered today. This recap will help reinforce what you've learned and give you a clear picture of how to move forward with incorporating PMR into your ADHD management strategy. First and foremost, we've learned that PMR is a powerful tool for managing ADHD symptoms. It's not a cure-all or a replacement for other treatments, but rather it's a technique that can help significantly enhance your overall ADHD management strategy. We discussed how PMR works by systematically tensing and relaxing different muscle groups in your body. This process helps reduce physical tension, enhance focus, promote emotional regulation, and induce a state of calmness, all of which are particularly beneficial for individuals with ADHD. We then explored the specific steps of the PMR technique, which is 1, finding a comfortable position, 2, beginning with deep breathing, 3, tensing and relaxing different muscle groups, 4, experiencing full body relaxation, and 5, repeating the process as needed. We also discussed practical tips for incorporating PMR into your daily routine, such as starting with short sessions, using visual aids or scripts, scheduling regular practice, and combining PMR with breathing techniques. Importantly, we acknowledge that there can be challenges in implementing this technique, such as difficulty relaxing, restlessness, and time constraints. We explored strategies to overcome these challenges, emphasizing the importance of adapting the technique to suit your needs and being patient with yourself. Remember, the key to PMR is consistent practice and finding ways to integrate it with other ADHD management strategies. It's important to be patient with yourself as you develop this new skill. Celebrate small successes along the way, like each time you remember to take a moment for PMR, or if you notice yourself feeling more relaxed after a session. As you leave this session and begin to incorporate PMR into your life, I encourage you to approach it with an attitude of curiosity and self-compassion. Some days will be easier than others, and that's okay. Every time you practice, even if it doesn't feel successful, you're strengthening your ability to manage your ADHD symptoms and promote your overall well-being. Now, I'd like you to take a moment to reflect on what you've learned today. What's your main takeaway from this session? How do you plan to start incorporating PMR into your daily life? Is there anything you're still unsure about? Feel free to pause the video here if you want to write your thoughts down or spend more time reflecting on these questions. In our final slide, we'll wrap up and provide some additional resources. As we conclude our exploration of progressive muscle relaxation, or PMR, for ADHD, I want to express my heartfelt thanks for your engagement with this material. Your commitment to learning and growing is a significant step in your journey towards ADHD management and overall well-being. We've covered a lot of ground today, from understanding the basics of PMR to learning specific techniques and exploring ways to incorporate this practice into your daily life. Remember, the key takeaway is that consistency is key to progress. Small, regular practice sessions can lead to significant improvements over time. If you find yourself wanting more support or guidance as you implement PMR into your routine, remember that Easy Does It Counseling is here for you. Our team of culturally informed BIPOC therapists are ready to support you on your journey. Whether you're seeking help with ADHD management, need support in other areas of your life, or just want to discuss how to tailor PMR to your specific needs, we're here to collaborate with you. For those interested in our services or wanting to learn more about our approach, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can contact us at info@easydoesitcounseling.com. We offer a wide range of services, from individual counseling to family therapy, all delivered with a commitment to honoring your unique experiences and needs. Additionally, if you found this session helpful, I encourage you to explore other workshops in our psychoeducation and skills training series. Each session is designed to provide practical, evidence-based strategies for managing various aspects of mental health and well-being. Thank you once again for your time. I hope you found this session on progressive relaxation for ADHD valuable, and that you leave here feeling empowered with a new tool to support your mental health. Take care, and remember, every moment of relaxation is a step towards better managing your ADHD and enhancing your overall well-being.